Hello, Dr. Ushy ma'am, can you hear us?
Kenzie.
Yes, yes. Good morning, ma'am.
How are you?
Fantastic. It's so nice to hear you after so long.
Yeah, don't lie.
Oh
Early in the
no,
morning.
no, absolutely. I mean, it's been a while. Heard from you, so that's really nice to get the uh,
You do
energy
come
vibe.
back.
Yeah, is the reception clear, ma'am, at your end?
Hmm?
Okay, we have the kids joining in a couple of minutes. Ma'am, would you like to share your screen and just try it out, or?
Yeah, I need to make you a co-host so that
Mhm.
I'd be able to give you my screen share.
Okay, just a minute. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've made you the co-host, ma'am. You can just try it out.
Yeah. When it's time. Who are these people? Are they all dental students or what?
It's mostly dental students, ma'am, but then it's again a mixed bag of first year BDS students to even final year PG. So it's something which we at PhD 101 have been teaching and learning from since the post COVID situation. This whole PhD 101 was a creation to enable online learning for the specialty for UG and PG students. So it's a mixed bag. So we have a lot of interns, we have a lot of final year students, we have a few teachers as well who've constantly been along with us. So yes, it's a mixed cohort. So just to give a little bit of introduction for all our wonderful participants today who are, I'm sure most of you are already familiar with ma'am and her body of work. But just to put things into some uh, direction here, I would like to just take some time off and introduce ma'am and the amazing work that she has been doing and the awesome source of energy, I would say. A lot of potential and kinetic energy and all that we get from ma'am. So that's really a way to bring the year to an end, which has rather been very unpredictable. So, I mean, there's everything which has gone haywire this year. I mean, we've not been in a situation to cope up with it. But at the end of it, I think what really makes us what we are is how we go through, or rather grow through, like how ma'am wishes to talk about today on that note. So, just a brief intro about Ushi ma'am. Yes, Professor Dr. Ushy Mohandas, ma'am. She's a very articulate and a very powerful motivational speaker, and we can actually many of us here in the audience would agree to that, mainly because most of you have heard ma'am speak. She's been a leadership coach for more than 3 decades, was very good at communications, and has coached thousands of people across many different areas and countries. Now, ma'am is the creator of the widely acclaimed brand, The Mind Workshop. So she's the founder, CEO, and the principal coach at Dr. Ushi's Wisdom Works. Ma'am is also the regional head IHRO for the states of Karnataka, Kerala, AP, and Tamil Nadu. Ma'am's professional affiliations formally has been the dean of the Kim's Hospital, and all of us know as ma'am is a very out of the box and really someone who frames their own rules. But and then that's all that we really admire about you, ma'am. Also, been the vice chairperson for the National Women's Dental Council, a mentor to many staff and faculty across. Her passions, as I'm told, include cooking, sports, and music. I think that's kind of an understatement for you, ma'am, besides reading and writing, because I know that you would not like to be addressed by just few adjectives, but more roles that you've donned and I think. And ma'am again does a lot of volunteering work in order to protect the the animals, the nature, and she's been a conservationist for a very long time. So I just put it this way that in ma'am's own words, that she's a very humorous, a very honest, a very humble human being. I mean, people who've interacted with ma'am would know this better. She's always had this thirst for learning, and she believes that people die only once, so there is a chance to live strong every single day. So that's that's just a way of putting this across to ma'am. Yes, welcome Ushy ma'am to Public Health Dentistry 101, and it's such an honor to host you today. Ah, there you go. See, now I think you single-handedly just lit up the whole screen for us.
Thanks, Denzel. I'm here only because of you guys. Otherwise, I'm in no place. People are ungrateful. So it's like the other day at a meeting, somebody said, that they will start the meeting with a joke. And then he went on to introduce me. So I really didn't understand what that meant. But thank goodness you mentioned everything. And after all what you said about me, even I'm very excited to see what I say. Okay, so I want all of you who are here, Shilpa Shri, Vidushi, Deepa, Gajendra, Sunita, whoever I'm seeing, switch on your cameras. Just ensure you're wearing a t-shirt or something, because great vegetables will be very distracting. So just ensure that you wear your clothes and switch on your camera. Great, good to see you guys. And I hate talking to the walls. I'm through with a horrible session in Goa yesterday, where I ended up talking to 100 walls. I don't want the same situation here. Guys, if you want to have a good time, you want to enjoy a little bit of the Sunday, stop hiding behind there and switch on your cameras. Just think that Sunny Leone is on the other end and switch it on. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great. A few smiles now. Thank you so much. We are in no hurry. No one is going to die in one hour, and no one is going to be born in 1 hour. You might take a couple of 5 minutes. You might use it, and you might be able to do something with it. So I want a few more cameras on. It's not really uncool to listen. It's super cool to listen. And this is what I teach my students. Unfortunately, not dental and medical anymore, but the management students. And they are super listeners. And that's why they make tons of money. That's why they do fantastic work. That's why they run enterprises. We are hiding behind our screens. And we are shrinking by the day. So you really need to start working on yourselves. That's the reason why we are here. Not for a class, not for the PPT, because if it was the PPT, I can send it to Denzi. He'll send it to 1,000 guys. And you can sit and you won't understand the action. I abuse. I presume all of you are above 18. So give me the freedom to do that when I'm angry. And yes, I wait for another 1 minute to see how receptive you are. The most stubborn you are, ladies and gentlemen, the worse life is going to get from now on. And I'll state this very clearly. There are tough times. The syllabus hasn't changed. The university will never change. The people are always right there. 90% of the people on the chairs are control freaks. You always love to show others what you are all about. There are very few people who are inclusive, who want the others to expand and grow. If you want me to give some energy to you, I need to see you. I'm not here to talk theory. And don't get too used to your seminars and your journal clubs and whatever you guys do, because this is what I'm sharing. Outside of this world, people pay to listen to it. It's my life that I'm bringing to your table. And if you're really respectful, I want at least another 5-10 cameras so that my one screen is camera. And those of you who are not having those cameras, get onto the page number 2. All right? Yeah, so switch on your videos. Waiting. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Thank you. It's all right however you're dressed. It's all right however your hair is. It's a Sunday morning. I don't judge you. So just ensure that you come by. To some of my friends who are coming here, thanks a ton. I don't know why you're here, but I guess you just want to be here. And you have so many better things to do in your life, but you chose to be here. Thank you very much. Because in the morning, I got a couple of messages saying, give me your link. And, I see a couple of them who are coming by. So thank you for that. And as I go along, let me tell you, yes, good. Some more of you who have the guts. MD Mujib, camera apna kholo. Okay, so I'm going to call out to you now and call out to the chickens who are sitting in the Zoom room. It's the biggest bane to humankind if you don't switch on the camera. And if you switch on the cameras, then it's the biggest boon to humankind, because then we can see each other, damn it. Can you imagine a world where you're telling people I love you and the other one is like a wall, real ex me, I believe. You don't even have the patience to change your name. And then, that's exactly how you live. Completely distracted, not bothered doing whatever you want to do. So those of you who are on the other page, yeah, all asleep. Thank you so much. Good. So all the others, Gajendra, good. Keep smiling, make lots of noise. I'm going to anchor on to one or two people. Anil Kumar, great. Devansh, great. Vinamrata, I can see you looking good. Sneha, looking good. Nyanashri, good to see you as always. We can't take a selfie today, but I'm sure Denzi will take a couple of decent shots of mine with mouth closed and eyes open. Okay? So it's very, very important to do that. So now, how many of you can hear me? How many of you can hear me? See, when I ask these questions, imagine one gray color stupid wall with just, one name, Pragya Rathore. I'm not here for a lecture. And if you want a lecture, believe me, just go watch some TV channels. You'll get 1 hour of free muftka rubbish. And then you'll get carried away and you end up fighting. I'm here to share with you that dentistry and any other field you're in, be it an entrepreneur, be it anything you're studying, BA, BSc, MSc, MBA, dentistry, medical, anything. So long as you're studying, I think you're safe. It's much more safer than wearing masks and wearing gloves and walking around the place with PPE when your mind is the size of a peanut. Always very important that your mouth is closed and mind is open. And for that, there are some steps. Now, let me ask you a couple of questions. Those of you who are hiding, use the chat window to type in yes or no. Now, it's about, I think, 5 to 10 minutes since I've started speaking. All right. What do you think of me as a person? For those of you who don't know me, don't go by what Denzi said. Type in the chat box one word, and I want you to do that. Okay, type in the chat box one word that describes me. Okay, vibrant, yes, you know me. Okay, anybody else who doesn't know me? I'm just looking for the words. Energetic, thank you. I'm logged in on my computer. That's showing you my husband's name. Good, good, good. I'm not going to, be worried. So whoever is logged in, husband, wife, lover girl, lover boy, anything, same sex, opposite sex, I don't care. You should just log in, right? If you want your partner also to join, you can hug each other and sit down there. I care a damn. So long as you're paying attention, right? So long as we are investing our time. So thank you. Some of you are sending me in private, bold, funny. Why not in public? Oh, badass. Very nice. So these are common names I hear. Now, don't judge me. You don't know me. You will never know me. And it's as simple as that. If I'm friends with Denzi or I'm friends with somebody else, though they're much younger, they never keep in touch. But I make it a point to keep in touch. I think that at some point, I'm always just reaching out to the young people only because I believe that there's a lot of energy in you people, and I'm an energy vampire. So I like to draw energy off people and feel good about it. And that's the only reason, right? Now, if you're waiting for the subject, wait. Nothing is going to come your way if you're not listening. And if you're waiting for something that you're going to go and write an exam about, then you're sadly mistaken, because in this exam, there's only one chance to fail, but there are many chances to recover from your failure. You may not get a distinction, but definitely you can go one step above you. Nobody's competition to each other. You're not going to get a medal for being the first ranker or the last ranker, but every day you can get a medal for beating your own record. If you really want to understand what I'm talking about, you need to give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up in the reactions, please. I don't know if you've enabled it. Denzi,
yes,
no reactions? Yes. Okay, you've not enabled.
Yes.
Okay. If anybody, all of you can hear me, I'd like to see something that you can hear me. Okay, great. Okay, I'm trying to get my daughter listening to you. I hope she's above 18 because she learned the wrong things otherwise. You need to really understand that this session is for adults. It's not for children. Children don't understand it go through. They only understand what is go and go. They don't know any other go. So be careful. And when you're growing through, it's a totally different situation, right? Okay, they are in Himachal now. Great.
Okay.
So somebody's going on texting me that 6 private texts. Hold on, hold on. It's very important to be a little slow, right? So I want to share my screen quickly. And I'm going to convey a message. And I expect all of you to switch on your cameras so that you can interact with me. Does that sound good, Denzi?
Yes, yes. All good, ma'am. All good. Yes.
Our people are very slow. When I go to Egypt, when I go to Dubai, when I go to Oman, if I say switch on your camera, fact, it's like that. Now you know why they are goddamn powerful. We guys need a bomb up your backside. Even then you won't do what you're supposed to do. Because the main thing in your head will be why. And there are no whys in life. It's only how. If you understand the how, you'll immediately understand the why. You all don't even smile. Some of your dental students, but you all look like you all didn't even go to the potty today. You see your faces in the mirror. I'm old. I have a reason to be like that. But some of you, I can't understand what's happening to you guys. Yeah, I've seen, like, even when I went to the university to do a session, it was just the same. Oh, it was like this. You should be goddamn happy. 90% of you are not even married. See, Denzi is one of those who's still smiling even after Carissa. So I'm just trying to tell you that at the end of the day, you can smile, you can laugh. It's very self-motivating to do that. And I think you should have some fun. Serious people are enough in the world. They keep saying bhaiyo, behno, mitro, mitro, bhaiyo, behno, mitro, mitro, and screw us. Okay, we are here to be friends. You can join me on Insta, you can join me on Facebook, on Twitter. And slowly, as you see, you learn by doing. You'll also see that I walk my path. I'm coming to you after hundreds of sessions every day. And after you, I'm going in for others. So for me, it's just obliging a friend. And I want you to make best use of me. When people talk shit, like me, in me, talking to me, through me, that's 10 million views. But when people talk sense, right, that's 10 views. Now, I'm not sure what the psychology of human beings is. Being a scientist, being 100-degree qualified, having got all the awards, having done great work. When I went to Kochi airport, 25 people to receive me. Madam Sunny Leone comes, 1 lakh guys to receive. The streets are lined up. There's a traffic jam. And today people listen more to Salman Khan than Abdul Kalam. This is the sad state of affairs. Superficial, quick, and easy to get out of your memory. I don't believe in that philosophy at all. Every profession is the same. All the cheap guests that come by, I'm not sure why they're politicians. You should call ordinary people also, people who've done good work, and not by virtue of my dad being a great guy or my mom being a great guy, I'm sitting somewhere claiming, ancestral roots, etc. So for me, you're only as good as your last performance, which means if I do well today, you can judge me for somebody who's a great teacher. If I don't do well today, I'm a useless teacher, never listen to me. So it's as simple as that. The main thing in life is you please be truthful, no matter how hard it is. You always be brief, no matter how long you take. And it's as simple as that. If you know the meaning of what I'm saying. Is the language okay? Gajendra, I need a thumbs up. Is my language okay? You can follow it? Okay, great. Meher, good to see you. Great morning. Okay, good. Nyanshri, you can see me well. I'm not dyed my hair because I want to look wise. Okay. Otherwise, yes, you guys won't trust me. Now, quickly, I'm going to take you through a philosophy here. I hope you can see. Denzi, can you?
Yes, yes, I can. All good.
I'm going to maximize it. Yeah. So in the current situation, we are somebody like this. We can't decide what to wear. And some of us are very smart on the right side in the Zoom meeting. We don't wear anything at all. Okay? So this is how you guys sit. Let's be honest. This is how many of us sit down. We have a choice of wearing a mask, and that mask, you can have stones, you can have embroidery, you can have like designer, you can have whatever it is, but finally it's going around your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about something which all of you can actually use. All of you can sharpen. All of you can increase. And all of you can expand through exploration. What is one man's reality is not another person's reality. What is one person's truth need not be the other person's truth. Success to one may be money. Success to the other may be love. Success to many may be a big house and a big car. Nothing wrong or right about it. Everybody in this hall thinks differently. And when we think differently, it's very important that people think differently. In today's teaching, many people create people who think together. And you think together and think smaller. I want to think differently and think bigger. And that's exactly how energy works. We need all kinds of energy so that the energy can expand and take you to a level that you never imagined. Now, the biggest problem amongst many of us is we are not ready to upgrade. We always say the same. Oh, you know, I'm the angry person. Hey, you know, I'm the funny person. Hey, you know what? If I see the target, I never leave it. Don't make enemies with me because I'll chase you for 20 years. Don't become enemies with my teacher or my boss because I'll chase you and your grandchildren. So that, you know, all of you will fail and stay back there. I don't like your face, so you'll get 10 marks less. So this is the mentality of many people. It's not a merit-based world anymore. It's a suck-up-based world anytime, anywhere from the last 50 years. And let me tell you, I know it for the last 50 years. If you like somebody, you're always good to them. And if you don't like somebody, you tend to be not so good to them. So what am I trying to tell you? Try and work on your likability factor. Likability is a very important phenomenon, and likability is what we teach even in industry and business. If I like you, I'm ready to invest in you. If I like you, I'm ready to listen to your idea. If I like you, I'm ready to open the door out for you, because in all our lives, we have somebody out there as a doorkeeper so that we can keep going to the next level of who? You. It's always the next level of you. Never me versus somebody. Never me versus Anita or Sunita. And in order to upgrade, you need to understand some facts. My name is Ushy Mohandas. After doing a 3-hour session the other day, somebody came to me and said, "Thank you, Sushi." So they call me Sushi. Okay? Now, this is the attention span of the human mind. You're not aware, you don't care, and at the end of the day, you really don't know. Somebody called you, you just had nothing better to do, and so I thought I'll come by. People are swinging by, and people are winging it off everything. Be careful. I'm everywhere. I'm here to stay. If you want to be in touch, this is the best way. And write to Ushy is my email ID, which if at all you have anything in future, you can always ask me. You can see all the girls, one girl and one boy. At least them I can see on the right side. And you can see there. So when I went to Davangere last, these boys, you know, they taught me how to pout. Until then, I didn't know what the hell that was. Or rather, I think I taught them how to pout. Because they were very shy. And they thought only bad girls do. And only bad people have, you know, everything else happening in their life. India is the #1 in population, by the way. Keep the record up. A lot of the future depends on you guys. So don't lose it. When one end works, the other end works a little less. Now, I want you to remember this very clearly. Okay, like I said, we are #1 in population, so we know which end is working. 90% of the time, you need to work here so that you expand things between your ears. All right, now, this is a bar of iron. It costs just $5. If you make it into a horseshoe, it's $12. If you make it into needles, it's worth about $3-5. But if you get it into a balance spring for watches, the worth of that is about $300,000. So your value, my dear friends, is determined by what you are able to make of yourself. So what is your worth? Is it $12? Is it 3,000? Or is it 300,000? Why are some people super successful and why are many people just mediocre? Because the whole world is an ocean of mediocrity. And what I'm trying to do through Denzi is create maybe 2 islands of excellence here. And you need to think different for that. You need to do different, but very important, you need to feel different, all right? Now, all of us have different perspectives. Some of us think, big things, we talk big things. When we do things, we are pushkis. Many of us, we are pushkis by nature. We talk shit, we do shit, and we don't care about others. So the choice is completely yours. If you believe that this is enough, no one can help you. But let me tell you, you have the capacity to expand to X to the power of infinite. And that's exactly what you're gifted with. So very quickly, you cannot do anything you cannot see in your head. So if you really want to grow, you need to first see it between your ears. And that's why it's called visualization. Now, when you consciously visualize what you want, say 1 year from now, don't think 20 years from now and all that. 1 year from now, once you visualize and the process is conscious and deliberate, you can create anything that you want to create. I'm a living example that I work in about 10, 12 jobs currently, all earning. You can earn as much as you want. You can talk for a living. And at the end of the day, you can do anything that you badly visualize in your head. And that's why I say to my friends, everything in life happens twice. Once in your head and once outside of your head. So if you really want it outside, start thinking inside. Don't focus on exams. Don't focus on distinctions. That gold medal I got 20 or 13 or 40 years ago, I don't even know where it is. It's collecting dust. The certificates that I got are laminated. I can't even wipe my bum with it. And I'm just trying to tell you that in spite of having everything, there are people with a small pan angadi who end up doing so much. There are people with a tiny little restaurant who are millionaires. So at the end of the day, if you want success, you need not have a Lamborghini. You need not have a suite which has 15 bedrooms where you can't get sleep in any one bedroom. You need not have more than one wife or one husband. You can even stay single or be double, be with the same sex or opposite sex. You can do anything that you visualize, provided you know how to do it. And this is one of the reasons why people like us come in, because we teach people how to visualize strongly. Life is not perfect. This is the truth we cannot run away from. My life is not perfect for sure. I'm not sure about yours. Many of us have job loss. Every day, 20 to 30 people speak to me. At least 10 of them have lost their jobs. 90% of the people who talk to me talk about failures, either at work, even in their personal relationships. Just generally in life, they feel like they're a failure. It may not be the truth. It all depends on what you feel. Many people speak to me about breakups, relationships, family problems. They have everything in their life, but they hate their parents. They have everything in their life, but they hate their neighbors. I'm not really sure, but hate seems to be a buzzword. We're all going through something. If we are in COVID times, let it be. This too shall pass. Can you do something about it? No. Can you do something about this? Yes. And that's exactly why I'm here, to tell you that never crib about things around you. Never crib about things that you cannot control. Always work on things you can control. And the only thing that you can work on is you, and you. No one else. And that's one of the reasons why you end up creating a mindset. And when I say mindset, you can also have a set mind. When you say you have a set mind, you become like concrete. Nobody matters to you. You don't matter to anybody. You don't even know where you're going. You don't even know what you're doing. So quickly, let me share that learning mindsets, growth mindsets. They're really beautifully spoken about in the industry today. Every single person who wants to get, say, $500 million, say $100 million as investments from venture capitalists into a small little idea, into a tiny little idea, believe me, you need to speak and sell your idea. If you want to speak and sell your idea, you need to be a master communicator. You might know the subject, you're really prepared, you know what you want, you know everything about it, you worked very hard, it's extremely unique, but guess what? You cannot express strongly. So there dies an idea. And there goes an idea ahead because they can express stronger than you. And that's why you need to brush your communication skills. One, be aware of what you're going through, good, bad, or ugly. Second, always worry what you speak to yourself and what you speak to others. It's called awareness. So you need to worry about awareness. And communications is the next and the last one. Now, when I told Denzi that I'll speak for this amount of time, I'm investing his time and I'm investing my time. Time is the only commodity you can never get. Once you invest it, you're gone. And if you invest it wisely, you get double the returns. And I'm just trying to tell you, be respectful of other people's time. Okay, another habit. We're all creatures of routine. Always doing the same thing every day. Morning, afternoon, evening, morning, afternoon, evening, Friday, Saturday, or weekend, Sunday, washing day, or Sunday, brushing day, Sunday, cleaning day. Change your routine. You know what? Your brain gets excited. Change your routine at least twice or once a week. And believe me, you get energy. This whole process, what I'm sharing with you, is one, to visualize, two, to create energy. How can you do that? Raise your awareness, improve your communication skills, and it's called learn to act. Awareness, communication skills, and manage your time. We're all superior time managers, doing hundreds of things in 24 hours. That's why my friends call me 25 hours, because they feel I got a spare hour. And believe me, I still will text. I still will have tea with you. I still will chat with you. And I might even talk about my neighbor's backside, which is really big. So that means, like, as human beings, we can just share a good laugh. We can crack jokes. You need not go on judging people. Like, somebody cracked a joke the other day and there was a lady telling me, oh, she's a lady, she's cracking dirty jokes. Thoo! What is wrong? That's the way they do it. And if you don't agree with it, you just move on. But don't sit and judge others because you're not God. The last I saw many of you, y'all didn't have any 6 hands and 15 postures and 25 different shades of makeup and 15 other feathers on your head and things like that. Worst of all, the biggest business today is called the color orange. And believe me, it's an industry by itself. We have many sad gurus who have a fantastic PR department. And please stay away from such people, because otherwise they'll take you to something I call the fart of living. Be careful, okay? So you got to be really careful, because you don't need anybody like that. You can make it on your own with just a little bit of hand-holding from people who are older, wiser, and experienced. What I'm bringing, my dear friends, today is a little bit of experience to the table. I have realized that anyone who does well works on what we call raised awareness. I know everything. Second, all of them who are successful, there is one common trait I've observed. They are strong, crisp, sharp communicators. They are able to engage and connect to another mind. And very, very important, they are able to be precise time managers. Now, 90% of you are scared of what other people think of you. And you need to get out of this. You really need to get out. We are all living in
cages with the door wide open.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Today, leadership skills are like this. When I ask somebody, what are your leadership experiences in an interview? This is what somebody told me. My leadership skills, I'm admin for 17 WhatsApp groups. It's ridiculous. 90% of you are WhatsApp University graduates. And 100% of all of us are Google University doctorates. You think everything is available on Google? No. If you want to know about yourself, you got to go not to Google. You've got to go right inside your head and try and figure out what you need to do. What is that? Expand your mind. Expanded mindsets are scientifically proven to be neuroplastic. The more your mind expands, the better the capacity of the server. You get excited easily. You're always exploring. You are ready to experience things even if you fail. But very important, you're ready to explain to another and empower one more person so that they can also take on the lead and start working and taking themselves to the next level. So many people, when they speak to me and when I ask them what stopped you from doing better, they say these are the challenges. I'm very emotional, madam. All of us are. I'm super emotional. So I'm just trying to tell you, direct your emotions more effectively. It's called ETA. First acronym is ACT, which is awareness, communication, and time management. The next one, which is a challenge, is ETA. That's emotion, time. 99% of you are just indulging in wasting time. You think you're being productive. Imagine I'm sitting in this hall, okay, and I'm thinking of something else. How on earth am I productive? You're wasting your time. You're pretending, you're fooling yourself. Your attention is somewhere else. So you need to learn to manage your time. If you are anywhere or you're doing anything, give it 100% of your attention. And that's why the third biggest problem in today's world is attention. Children sleep hardly 3 hours. Young children who are 9, 10, 11 years of age, they're all watching movies on Netflix, Amazon Prime the whole night. And they take great pride in saying that I hardly sleep 2 hours. Believe me, you're doing the greatest disservice. Be careful. Because sleep-deprived generations can be very toxic in the future. When I'm saying toxic, remember, you and me always are prone to this. If I'm more positive than you, it means I've overcome barriers. What are the barriers? One, I can't do it. But if I do it, I want you to see it and applaud me for it. The next one, I can't do it, so you too can't do it. Why are you trying all this? It's new, it doesn't work. 90% of the times, people pull you down. The other one, let me learn and do. Let me prepare and do. Now, in that process, you're trying to be the perfectionist. If you go and do, even if you know 50%, you try it. If you try something physically once, you become 1,000 times more powerful than simply trying it and in your head going on saying, yeah, I'll do this first, I'll do this next, I'll do like this. Do na. 90% of the people are talkers and 100% of the people are no doers. I want you to remember, when people keep quiet and I ask them, when you didn't like it, why did you say you liked it? They say, we don't want to fight. Fear of conflict is a big driver. And the most important, negative energy spreads much faster. It's like super Wi-Fi. Positive energy is like watching porn in low Wi-Fi. It takes time. And you're like, oh, it's not coming. All right? And it will come. When it comes really strong. And believe me, it leaves you a big smile on your face. And that's the reason why you need to understand what kind of a mindset are you? Are you the fixed one? Are you hard on yourself? Are you the easy one where, oh, nothing matters, you're the other side? And of course, the growth mindset. When you are the growth mindset, definitely the sky is not the limit, neither is your mind. When you're a fixed mindset, the sky is surely not the limit, but your mind is a limit. And that's why many people think they're too intelligent. Many people underestimate the importance of energy. Many people underestimate the importance of effort and the approach to challenges. Now, this is an all-time favorite image of mine. Communication means different things to different people. And I think it's really, really important that you understand this. It says ladies hostel also for men. It has multiple meanings. Why am I stressing on this? Because it's been observed through research that what you say is only 20%. But 80% is how you say it. And many people judge you on the basis of how you say it, not what you say. The same dialogue said by Rajnikant or Amitabh Bachchan is very different from Dada Konke. And that's the reason why the same statement sounds different coming from different mouths. It's not just the art, but you need to learn the science of communication. Now, this will be your journey from today. Suffering. When you suffer, there'll be endurance. You learn to hold on in pain. And I'm talking about mental pain, which is often not seen. Often people don't understand. And often people worry only about the physical pain. They don't understand the mind-body connection. Character, it's a big word. And when you go through what we call the SEC angle, it's suffering, endurance, and character. You live on hope. And hope is rocket fuel. And you need to understand this very well after today's session. Ladies and gentlemen, in my experience, if at first you don't succeed, then dust yourself off and try again. The biggest problem is you stop. I never did. Had I stopped, it should have been a different story altogether. And today my example is one of those which are quoted in many business schools. One of my examples is what people discuss as a case. How on earth is an ordinary woman able to do so many extraordinary things? How on earth is a regular person able to make a difference to so many lives? That is because I never stop. That is because I pick myself off and I'm super fast. If I ask one of you, just follow me on Instagram, y'all will come after 10 days. I'll go there in 10 seconds. And that's how precise you've got to be. That's how sharp you've got to be, because it is a rat race in future. And if you're not accelerated, you go nowhere. If I'm not bonding with Gen Z and all of you in the future, I'm nobody, because the entire future is about networking. If I don't have an idea, like how now Gen Z has an idea and he started PhD now one, it means that it's innovation. It's not something where everybody's doing it. If you don't bring an idea and have the guts to do it, even if you fall flat on your face, you will become regular. The choice is between ordinary and extraordinary. Obviously, anything that we do must be sustainable. If you're not sustainable, you can't do anything in our life. Ladies and gentlemen, keep this in your mind. It all comes down to what path you select. So it's all about the choices that you make. It's also about, if there's a good situation, did it mold me? Don't let it get to your head. All right, let it be in your heart. This has more space than here. This can make you like what we call swollen-headed. I see people with 1,200 grams walking around like they have 500 grams, no, 500 kilos on their neck. I prefer to be the neck, not the head, because the neck controls the head. So if anybody is acting that cocky, I know where to put them in their place. You need to also understand, dig deep within. Everything that you want is inside you. Stop looking for it outside. And if you dig deep within, you will learn from your mistakes. You will get strength from your struggles. But very, very important, failure becomes fuel. And it becomes a practice for you to fail. There's nothing wrong. Anything that didn't kill you only makes you stronger. You are capable of a lot more than you know. And I can assure you of this because I've seen it. And I don't believe that students should sell the sun to buy a candle. Instant gratification. You want everything now. You want everything tomorrow. 1 year from now, I want to be the dean. 2 years from now, I want to be in the university. And then after that, you want to go to the regulatory body, which I'm going to close. And at the end of the day, I'm just trying to tell you guys, do not aspire for positional power. If you get it, it's good. If you earn it, it's super good. If it comes to you, it's okay, but stop chasing it. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say. If my soul burns with passion, it's my duty to be reduced to ashes. Otherwise, I'm not doing justice. Please remember that in all our lives, this one practice, I want you to begin. It's done me a world of good. It's done 80,000 to 8 lakh people a world of good. Unfortunately, students, especially medical and dental, there are few takers, management students. I have about 42,000 currently who are meditating with me because it keeps you in control always. It keeps you directed always. Nothing external can fluster you. Sometimes, yes, as a human, but you can always come back much quicker because recovery is much, much quicker. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so busy watching out for what's just ahead of us that we don't take time to enjoy where we are. I take 100% time to enjoy 100% of where I am. I'm with you 100% now, and I cannot be anywhere else because that means my entire energy and focus is going to be here. I'm going to show you a couple of videos if you want to watch, and you need to tell me that. But otherwise, it's great knowing you all. I also am very conscious of your time. I believe the future is now. I want you to just feel good after this session. Wishing you all the very best in anything that you undertake. Some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen. Others make it happen. And I think you need to find out the difference between these three. There are all varieties. Nothing is good or bad. It's just where you choose to be. They want it to happen. Oh, you know, forever thinking, overthinking. Some wish, you know, I don't have the idea. I don't have the finance. I don't have the brain. I'm married. I'm mother. I'm child. Otherwise, I'm not child. Otherwise, I'm not married. There'll be always excuses. And the other one will run and put it forward over there, which means that they make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the saying that I love a lot. It's by Tyrus Gibson. It says, you will always grow through what you go through. And I think this is where I really reverse what we came here for. Do you want to go through? Yes, the choice is yours. Nothing wrong. You want to grow through? The choice is yours. And you will always grow through what you go through. The only thing is when you're conscious, it's much faster. It's much stronger. And it's much more long-lasting. Do you have any questions? You see that? Those are my students. I meet them here even now. And it says, okay, it's all over now. Go get a life. Much easier said than done. Stay safe and stay connected. It's been awesome sharing with all of you. Don't stop, Denzi. Let me just check and go back once again. Do you guys want to see a couple of videos? I need to see a thumbs up if you want one or two, because they are funny and they convey meanings in a big, big way. Switch on your cameras, guys. Okay? Let me just show you something which is easy now. And yeah, some of you would have seen it on WhatsApp, but don't, you know, kind of be too bothered about that. I just want you to remember what I'm going to show you. Okay, just hold on. Let me just show you. Okay. Yeah. If you're not specific in your communication, okay, if you're not specific in your communication, this is what will happen to you. Screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Be very specific, okay?
And it'll be an exercise in building trust between one another. So, Harrison, if you don't mind going first, step up here on this chair and close your eyes.
Trust everybody.
All right. And then everybody fill in. And we're going to ask you to fall. And then
we're going to ask you to fall.
So you have
but
to
he's not specifying, huh?
Count to 3. Just relax and fall. Okay? 1, 2, 3. No.
So he never specified which direction. Fall, and he fell forward. What he meant was backward. So sometimes communication can be critical. So you saw where he fell. Okay, the next thing I want you to realize, body language. It's a very, very important tool. You must use it very wisely. For those of them who use it wisely, it can be a beautiful asset. To those of you who don't use it wisely, it can be a big hindrance. He meant there is food. The other guy thought puppy de do. So it's going to be a problem when you're using your body. You got to be very, very careful, because if you don't, then you will need motivation and you will need to make informed choices. What are informed choices? Something like this. Learn to say yes and learn to say no. Okay? So if you ask this fellow, he knows what he wants.
Do you want cheese?
Yes. Okay? And what he doesn't want, he knows very well.
Broccoli.
You kill him, he won't have it.
You want cheese? Want carrot? No? You want cheese?
Yes. So what I'm trying to tell all of you in this is, please say yes to only what you want. Don't say yes to what you don't want. Become a donkey that's carrying burdens and start crying later. You got to be very, very careful. 90% of us are suffering because we said yes when we want to say no. And many of us are suffering because you said no when you want to say yes. So think about it and think exactly what I'm sharing with you. Now, many of us are like this. We really don't care what is happening. Anything may come, anything may go, and I really don't care what's happening. Okay, so you want, I'll do what I want, I'll come, I'll do whatever I want, and I'll die and I'll get lost. Okay, so many of you are like this. So just be very careful, okay? Yeah, let me just do this. Okay. You don't care, you just want to fit in. So you end up doing whatever other people are doing without knowing why. Okay, so you setting your own standard is really, really important. Be careful about those people who make false promises. Your company matters a lot, and what you're listening to people and what you're doing with people matters a lot. So then, ladies and gentlemen, if you really get carried away, be careful, things are not what you see.
Deixa, amor, deixa. Deixa que eu lavo, fala, deixa pra deixar comigo, deixa.
So when you get tons of work, when you get tons of stuff, remember you asked for it. You asked for it. Okay, people are extremely manipulative. They're very cunning. And at the end of the day, they will get all their tasks done by you. Now, all of us are completely distracted. We don't even know what we are doing. I don't want you to be like, do I said switch on your cameras? So she doesn't care and she's busy doing whatever she wants because she's in some other world. Now you've got to be very, very careful. Otherwise, people like me need to step in. And this is what I do with many of my students. Be very careful. Sometimes this method is also really required in your lives. And I give credit to the parents as well as everybody else. Now, if you don't motivate a person, nothing can happen. And this is a different kind of motivation. So unless you really, really motivate your mind, you'll never be able to do anything great or constructive in your life. Some people make decisions within no time, and those people regret later. So be very, very careful, because there are people who make decisions in a split second, and there are some of us who really know how to do that. So consult those people and then make your decision. Okay?
Who would you rather spend the night with? A, your wife, or B?
B.
So listen to it carefully.
Who would you rather spend the night with? A, your wife, or B?
B.
So it doesn't even take a second to make a decision. And that's being very honest, because you have not too many choices. So I want first all of you to switch on your cameras. If you have any questions, you should ask me. But otherwise, you must realize that expertise comes from a lot of hard work and a lot of pain. It doesn't come in from a uniform. The last video for today, after which I'm done, please, I'd appreciate maybe your comments, your anything that you want. So these are experts. See how strong he thinks he is.
Agora vai. Aí, quebrando o chifre.
stop trying to show off. I want all of you to remember that it's a lot of hard work that goes into it, a lot of smart work. Sometimes you just got to lay still. Sometimes you got to watch from a high perch. So everything I'm trying to tell you is, please push. If you don't push a little bit, you can never excel in whatever makes you happy. It's not career alone. It's life in general. And that's why I keep telling people that, at the end of the day, everyone just wants money. Everyone just wants titles. Everyone, just wants to say, put on Facebook, I ran marathon, I went today, I bake cake, I bake bread. I do it. And this is something that happens to people. How dumb. You have 50,000 friends on Facebook, not one bloody ass who stands next to you when you're dead. You need to breed people. You need to invest in people. You need to be in touch, constantly connected. You need to actually be there for people. And believe me, there is no resource to replace a person. Because what you go through as a person is your unique experience. I can learn from others' mistakes. I don't have the time to make it all myself. And that's why I keep saying, remember the words, ETA, emotion, time, and attention. Very important. Remember the word ACT, awareness, communication skills, and time management. You got to refresh all of that, develop likability, ensure that you learn to communicate strongly. And believe me, not only go through, you will tear through things. And that's the kind of power that you need. 90% of you are Diwali rockets, dim and beam over. You need to go to Mars. It means it's a different fuel. You need a rocket that goes to the moon. It's a different fuel. You don't use a machine gun to kill a mosquito. The same way you need to develop slowly into something that's ammunition, all right? Those of you who like me, when the cameras are on, please raise your hands. Those of you who like me, I need to see. And those of you who don't like me, please raise your standards, okay? Yeah, don't switch on the camera. I have the power to come to you and make you feel constipated as hell. It's as simple as that. Okay, distance is something where energies can cross. You can make people feel good. There are people who call me and come and tell me, Ushy, ma'am, make me feel good. And I don't run a sex life. So obviously I'm making them feel good only through words. I'm making them feel good through energy. There are many, many ways in which actually you can get people to feel good. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Denzi, for everything that you do. Thank you for all the beautiful posters. Good to see some of you. Vinay, I can see you. And I can see a few of you here. I hope I'll have 5 or 10 new friends. Gajendra, thank you for your smile and your attention. I anchor of energy. And all of you who are here, Payal, Aishwarya, Ayushi, I can see quite a few of you, Anila, Prachi, yes, all of you. Shashwata, right? So I can see Vinamrata, every one of you. Thanks a ton for coming by and investing 1 hour of your Sunday. I want you to come and leave some feedback. Don't just be like zombies. Don't look at me like you're watching a Korean movie without subtitles. Some of you are looking at me like, all right, crazy, man. So you need to be like live, connected, aware, and just be you. And you'll be very well accepted. Don't keep changing. Please asking me if they can ask questions. Sure.
Yes, please. Guys, those of you want to ask any questions, please do raise your hand so that I can. Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes. All good, Gajendra. Go ahead.
Ma'am, really thank you for an amazing session. And you are very, very motivational. I have been following you on Facebook. Actually, I have not heard you before. But I think my wife just mentioned once, I think you had come to Davangere. So she told that you were an amazing speaker. And that day I started following you. And I've been regularly seeing your Facebook posts. And I really hope that we can connect on your mail ID. If I would, is that okay if I mail you once in a while?
You can feel free to massage me every day.
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask you how somebody can be motivated all the time. There are times when you feel low, in spite of working, in spite of giving your best, and how you keep that fuel burning all the time, in spite of all the obstacles that you encounter.
It's important to look beyond what you see. It's always important, like I said, to visualize. When you visualize, you have something which is larger agenda. You're not looking at the immediate action or reaction. You're always looking at that as being a way to go somewhere. So if in Bangalore, I want to go to Brigade Road, the potholes cannot distract me. I need to find ways to go to Brigade Road. If one way doesn't work, it's called creating patterns. And when you create thinking patterns, you have far more options in your life. If you have only one way, you're stuck. That's why they say people with one way, you know how it feels, right? You can only go or you can come. And so you need to understand that it's your own energy. When you meditate, you can come back. Okay, you need Internet Explorer, you need Firefox, you need Chrome to explore the internet. What is your exploring tool? You have none. So when you meditate, you develop your own exploring tool. Why do people pray? Because you're taking an inward focus. And when you take an inward focus, you're not bothered by things that happen outside temporarily. Remember, Gajendra, everything is temporary. When you go up, right, when you die, you won't take your chaddi. They won't even allow you to wear a chaddi. So all what you create is also left behind. But if you do great deeds, if you stay in people's hearts, if you stay in people's heads, that's real estate forever. And that's exactly what you've got to work on. If you're looking at something which is distracting you, you must know the art of coming back. And the art of coming back is always through meditated minds. That's why I'm trying to tell you that, you know, if you don't have a rocket, you can't go to the moon. So the vehicle to explore your mind is learn meditating. So you become quite immune to what happens around you. But you're always sensitive. You're not insensitive. There's a difference. Some people don't care and they're insensitive, right? You need to be sensitive, but not affected by it. You need to be concerned, but not consumed by it. So, you know, there's the depth to the function. And that's how you will take your thoughts forward. I hope I'm making sense.
Yes, absolutely.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah. Yeah, to all of you who are sending me private messages, thank you very much. Don't know, you know, you must have the courage to praise in public. You know, they say breathe in the good shit and breathe out the bad shit. So, you know, whatever is lousy, just breathe it out. But breathe in the so everyone gets to know of it. You never know, you know, people are in different states of pain and trouble. This might be one of the reasons why they feel better. And if you are one of the reasons for another person to feel better, there's nothing like it. Money can't buy some things.
Ma'am, good afternoon. Vinay here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Vinay.
How are you, ma'am?
How are you?
Long time, ma'am. Long time since heard ma'am's tongue fu, sorry.
Kung fu later when we meet in person.
Actually, it's a really motivating just listening to ma'am. And I've been almost 10-15 years since I heard ma'am now. And you have actually woken me up, ma'am, again, which used to have every day.
Yeah, otherwise you see, you're my old friend. You're looking old and I'm looking like a friend. Understand that? So you must learn to be fit, look good, feel good, and do good. So right. It's something that nobody asks you. In fact, everybody tells me, "Sali buddhi jaake soja, abhi retire kar le, kitni karegi tu?" So you know, all of these questions keep coming from my friends. I'm least bothered. You need to be very revived for your own sake, and through you, many people's sake.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. We always used to look up to you whenever it comes to speaking out the mind. We have no other guru to look up to other than you. And I would say it's a very rare species now, somebody who speaks their mind. So I see that in you. And usually it's not that well appreciated whenever we try to do so.
It's okay. You see, you need not worry about other people's judgment. People who love you will love you forever. And people who don't like you, no matter what, your life shouldn't be about people pleasing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's what I was looking for. This is the new outfit.
You want to be Vin Diesel? Be. You want to be Vin Kerosene? Be. You will be jumping, become like a puppet. You'll always be doing you, and then is it nice? Oh, is this nice? And somebody will say no too. and then you'll go back and do one more step. You'll be tired and they'll be happy.
And end of the day, we forget who we are.
Absolutely. See, if you become 15 people during the day,
yes, ma'am.
Sleep, your brain will wonder, who the hell is this?
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Vinay. Thank you, Dr. Vinay. We'd like to take, ma'am, do you have some more time? Can we take some more questions?
Just 2-3 more.
Okay, great. Yeah. Because people are waited to be infected by the Ushy virus. I like to call it that. Some virus which is going to bring a smile out of face. I mean, we're just sick of it. Yes. Okay, go ahead, guys. You just raise your hands. Okay. Yeah, Gnanashi is there. Oh yeah, you've got your.
Hello, ma'am. A very good afternoon. This session took me back to 2018 August when I heard you in university. It was like all the PGs were rightly motivated. Like after a long time, I'm very sorry to say there were very, very boring sessions. After that, we were like energized and all because of your talk. And it's like it feels good, like as Gajendra sir also said, like I sometimes wonder how can somebody be motivated all the time like you. Like I sometimes ask like question like Ushy ma'am doesn't have sometimes she might feel sad, or there might be some day when she feels like okay, the day is not going well, but I don't think you ever had such days and such moods.
Yanshi, I feel sad, super sad. My days don't go well, but you know what? I feel like that for 9 nanoseconds.
Oh.
So I bounce back. There's no two ways. I stay there.
So I have been telling my husband since like so many years that there is one wonderful, like vibrant lady who can talk for us and who can make everybody motivated and all. So it's like, I mean, he's lucky today to hear you because he is here in Davangere he was here to meet me. So he's also like very well motivated and he agrees that whatever like record I had played for enough years. So he agrees completely that you are like amazing.
I see that you kept him in a good place behind you.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
But he was there and he was listening and he was like very happy.
Yeah, this is like the board outside my house. So the board outside my house says, never mind the dog, beware of the owner.
Okay. So actually, thank you so much for making our Sunday like way, way, way better. Actually, I feel we both feel pretty much motivated.
The whole idea of this session is to make you more aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
Motivation can be found anywhere. Motivation is difficult. Energy cannot be learned. Energy has to be experienced. So all the information is on Google. If I send you a PPT also, if you don't worry about ACT and ETA, the next time you're encountering a trouble, you will be far more aware. And when you're aware, your brain functions far more better. And you'll find solutions to your own problems. You can be self-sufficient or just reach out. It's just a text. You can just reach out to people like us. So I guess like that's what Denzi does too. He's doing a lot of good work. So I really appreciate the guy. Denzi, by the way, you have a lot of enemies, huh?
So yes. I mean, that's the only way you know you're on track, ma'am.
You shouldn't do this and all. They try telling me a lot of stories. So I just listened to the stories, entertained myself, and had a good laugh, and it's still coming. Because I know what people are. You see, they you know, like I said, they know nothing about you. You know, my dad and brother, they're in the business of making rocket engines. Okay, they make the outer coverings of battle tanks. They make all these things. So there was a chap who came up to me one day and said, I heard you're a daughter of an arms dealer. Because he makes the defense. So people are nuts. They say anything. They get me married one day, they get me separated one day, they get me remarried another day. Then I become a concubine. So I care a damn because I know who I am. And it's as simple as that. That's why they say behind every successful man is a woman. And behind every successful woman is her maid. I'm more reliant on my maid than anybody else. Okay? I believe that at some point, there are so many contrarian sayings. And I'll end on a lighter note. Denzi, you're the smart one here. So tell me the difference between the oral and a rectal thermometer.
Okay.
Let me close it for you. difference between an oral and rectal thermometer? Okay, then see the taste.
Okay, I wouldn't even try answering that. I mean, ma'am, I'm just too.
Yeah, I know. I understand. You're a little confused now because they say marriage is a relationship where one person is always right and the other is the husband.
True.
Yeah. So, great meeting all of you. Thanks a ton. I've shared my email ID. You can always good session. Thank you for your time, everybody. Thanks a lot. It's not advice. Advice and salt will always be given only when you ask for it. And I always give away advice because I'm not using it anyways. So at the end of the day, you need to understand this is not advice. These are tips. And when you have those tips, you can always go back to that tip and try using it when you encounter a situation. It's helped not me, but lakhs of people. So I think it should try and help a few of us as well. Okay, I'm just a click away. So join me on all social media. Just ensure that you stay connected, you stay hooked in, and easy to find me. Like I said, you'll find me everywhere: LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Insta, everywhere, except Pornhub. I can't share that ID with you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks a ton, Denzel.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think all of you all have been really energized with this, and the whole idea of getting Ushy ma'am on the panel today was to end the year on a very, very high note. And again, I'd say high, quote unquote, a little high. So I think it's always a pleasure to host you, ma'am. I think we were so happy that there were many new participants today. I'm sure they would have discovered the world which you have opened up for them, worked upon things like the ETA and the ACT philosophy, which actually helps them discover the inner potential. And in that whole pursuit, become better doctors and become better practitioners and in every walk of life. So thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out time for all of us today. All your participants, please do fill up the feedback form for us, guys. Please do give us good, bad, and ugly reviews. We don't really hesitate to know from all of you all. Please tell us what you think, not what we'd like you to think. And more importantly, here's wishing everybody else, I think everything's gone wrong in 2020. So whatever it may be, the year ahead would be greater than this. So the year is about to end in a couple of days. So we'll all go on a high note. And thank you so much, Ushy ma'am. Ma'am has already shared her details. You can always feel free to write to her.
So this is how I end a session.
Yes, ma'am.
So all the comments that you see in the chat box, just take small screenshots and make me a final poster about what these guys are saying. Just make a pic, do a call out and attach all these things and just what's happened to me, because a lot of my other people, they get very happy. The business management are always connected. You guys are too busy handling patient, handling teeth, and you'll handle teeth anywhere. You'll handle everything. But when it comes to your mind, no one knows a jack shit, neither does anyone care. So I want all of you to remember, happy people make great people. And they make real. Try and be real. You'll never find another version of you. And I'm not sure why people are not exercising that unique power. So I think I dare you to be different. Okay? Hopefully I'll be in touch. Bye and have a fantastic Christmas. Denzi, I'll be in touch, but both of you, both wifey and you, have a fantastic Christmas. Don't be a conjuice and send one cake at least. You always get what you ask for. Bye.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Guys, you can show us your love here in the chat box. Tell us if you like it. I know we'll just have everything going ahead. And we shall surely convey this to Ushy ma'am. She's taken out time because Sunday is usually loaded up. And she was really highly appreciative of her to take out time for us. Because as all of us know, that ma'am works with management schools and corporate training. So it's been a while that she's come back to talk to dental students. And we feel that that as ma'am's original custodians, we want the, a bit of ma'am towards the end. It was really difficult to plan up this session because given the time, the end of the year, and everything's happening virtual. So thank you so much, guys, for making this happen. Because in the end, it's all how you invest your time, how you act upon it, and ma'am has beautifully give you the guidelines as to how to function and to make better sense of y'all. And in the end, invest in human experiences, guys. I mean, there's nothing more which you could gain out of, because we might be digitizing the platform, but we are only trying to humanize the experience. Because it's soul to soul and connect to connect. I mean, we're all in different parts of the country, but then what has actually brought together is your desire to learn. And all of you here, actually, by registering and coming on board, it really means a lot to our pursuit. So we're just trying at our end to a little bit to add on to the entire, pyramid of teaching and learning, and eventually, better practitioners. Thank you all so much, guys. It's always amazing to hear from you, and trust me, give us your feedback, and ma'am actually does go through all of that, and she will get back to you. You have specific issues you want to deal. She's a very well recognized life coach. So she is really someone who could help you out as well in many situations. Most of the students have had life transformative experiences with her. With someone with such a voluminous amount of experience, she does comes in with all the wisdom. And she says that do not do the mistakes which I have done. So I think we need to inherit from, and we are so proud to have someone like that from our dental background, who is doing amazing work, and to working in management schools and so alike. So thank you so much, guys. I think that really means a lot. Anybody else would like to chip in, would like to say anything, please do raise your hand. Meanwhile, I just leave the chat box on for some time. Please do write in your reviews. Please do write in what you'd like to learn and discover, and invariably go on to that, right? Thank you so much, guys. It's Karisan Denzi here, signing off from PhD 101. Wish you all a very, very awesome year ahead. Prioritize your things, and if you're a learner, you try to be a better learner. If you're a teacher, learn new ways to teach. If you're a practitioner, you need to explore your practice. And like they say, the virus doesn't discriminate, unlike humans. So the only good thing about the virus is it has affected all of us equally. So I think that gives us a right direction, because every time, if you see the historical context, every time post an epidemic or a pandemic or some kind of historical injustice which has happened, be it from the nature or be it from any scenario, it has always resulted in an accentuated period of growth. So post the first Spanish flu epidemic after the First World War, we had so much of amazing technological advancements. Even post the Second World War, we had so many amazing discoveries which were seen. We got the penicillin, we got the insulin, we got so many other things in healthcare sciences and in general, of course. So I think it is these alternating peaks of elevation and depression is what makes us live these humanistic lives. So whatever little context we make in the whole context of the period of timeline, we need to make the most of it. And PhD 101 is really happy because all of you all have connected, and we really didn't think that this would lead to something like this so beautiful. It was just me and my wife just sitting over a cup of coffee and trying to plan out things. But this has been really, really heartwarming, I would say, because from having so many of these webinars, we've connected with so many students from our dental faculty across the country. Invariably, we have gone much in detail and understood what are the basic tenets of a specialty. So this has been our learning point. So I'm sure all of you all would be at your end also, getting to know your own calling and then discovery, and a lot of time which you spent introspecting as what you can actually deliver. So keeping all that in mind, thank you so much, everybody. Once again, please do let us know what you think of what we do and how you want us to make it even better. We have a very exciting session for the beginning of the year. I wouldn't want to give away the surprise as of now, because we have an equally power-packed performance, and I would call it a performance and not a session, because we would be having another amazing performer like Ushy ma'am, who's going to be kickstarting the year for us. So I think I would just let you all know as soon as we get into the year 2021, and then everybody, all of us, can start the year on a very high note as well. So thank you all so much. All of you stay very nice year ahead, and see you all very soon. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'd leave the chat box open for some time. Y'all can just post in your comments, because we like to send it to ma'am, and ma'am would like to actually hear from all of y'all. So we would be ending this in a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, if anybody wants to say something or share their experience, please do let us know here. Please raise your hand so that I can unmute you. And then you can come on board and share with us what you actually feel. Yeah. Oh, hi, Dr. Priya. Nice to see you. I'm sorry. I just. Yeah.
It was really motivating, Desi. Actually, the thing is, things are very unpredictable, and most of the times it's we can't be ourselves. The thing is, like, we'll be challenged most of the times to be ourselves and to be straightforward and outspoken. So when ma'am is speaking, actually, I could feel that like what I'm facing in a day-to-day basis. So uh, even I have to work on a lot of things. But yes, it's what to say, these sort of things actually motivate us to get out of all the inhibitions what we are having, and to be a better person in and to be a better version of ourselves. Actually, this is what I felt. And lot many thanks to you. Actually, I thought, I come like this when you expressed that we have a surprise. Yes, I do know that it's going to be one more power pack session again. Thanks a lot, Desi. I'll be waiting for that.
Thank you, Dr. Priya. Thank you so much for your kind words.